The Ottoman Empire, one of history's longest-lasting and most influential empires, rose to power in the 13th century, reaching its zenith under the reign of Suleiman the Magnificent. Founded by Osman I around 1299, the empire expanded rapidly under successive rulers, transforming from a small Anatolian state into a sprawling, multinational power. Under Orhan, Osman's son, the Ottomans began their incursions into Europe, establishing their first European foothold in the Balkans. The empire's success was aided by its military prowess, particularly the elite janissaries and advanced artillery. In 1453, the Ottomans, under Sultan Mehmed II, conquered Constantinople, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire. This victory allowed the Ottomans to control key trade routes between Europe and Asia, further solidifying their power. Constantinople, renamed Istanbul, became the empire's capital and a hub of Islamic culture and administration. Mehmed II's reign laid the foundation for the empire's golden age, focusing on territorial expansion, centralization, and administrative reforms. The Ottoman Empire quickly extended its territories to include much of southeastern Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa. In 1517, Sultan Selim I conquered the Mamluk Sultanate, bringing the holy cities of Mecca, Medina, and Jerusalem under Ottoman control. This elevated the Sultan's religious authority as caliphs of the Islamic world. His successor, Suleiman the Magnificent, ascended the throne in 1520 and led the empire to its peak, both territorially and culturally. Suleiman was known for his military campaigns, including the conquest of Belgrade, the siege of Rhodes, and victories over Hungary and Persia. His naval fleet, under the leadership of Barbarossa Hayreddin Pasha, dominated the Mediterranean. Suleiman's reign was also marked by significant legal and administrative reforms, earning him the title Kanuni, or the lawgiver, in the Islamic world. The empire flourished culturally under Suleiman, with advancements in architecture, literature, and the arts. The famous architect Mimar Sinar built many iconic structures during this period, including the Süleymaniye Mosque in Istanbul. However, Suleiman's death in 1566 marked the beginning of a slow decline, as the empire struggled with internal strife, corruption, and ineffective leadership. Subsequent sultans were often weaker, and the powerful Janissary corps, once the backbone of the military, became increasingly corrupt and resistant to reforms. The 17th century saw a series of costly wars with European powers, including Austria and Poland, which drained the empire's resources. The empire was forced to sign the Treaty of Karlowitz in 1699, ceding significant territory in Europe for the first time. The 18th century was marked by further military defeats, particularly at the hands of Russia, which sought to expand its influence in the Black Sea region. The Ottomans also faced challenges from within, as various provinces sought greater autonomy or outright independence. In the 19th century, the empire was referred to as the sick man of Europe, due to its declining power and the increasing influence of European nations over Ottoman affairs. The rise of nationalism, particularly in the Balkans, led to several uprisings and the eventual loss of many territories. The empire's efforts to modernize through the Tanzimat reforms in the mid-19th century failed to stop its decline. The reforms aimed to centralize control, modernize the military, and grant equal rights to all citizens, but they were met with resistance from both conservative factions and minority groups. The Ottomans sided with Germany and the Central Powers during World War I, a decision that would prove disastrous. Following the war, the empire was dismantled by the victorious Allied powers, and its territories were divided under the Treaty of Sèvres in 1920. The Ottoman Sultanate was officially abolished in 1922, marking the end of more than 6 centuries of Ottoman rule. The fall of Constantinople in 1453 had been the empire's first great triumph, while its final dissolution in 1922 represented the culmination of centuries of decline. The Ottoman Empire's rise and fall were influenced by a combination of internal factors, such as political instability and military inefficiencies, and external pressures, including the rise of European powers and shifting global trade routes. Despite its eventual decline, the empire left a profound legacy, influencing the political, cultural, and religious landscapes of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Today, the remnants of the empire are visible in the modern nation of Turkey, established by Mustafa Kemal Atatürk in 1923 as a secular republic following the empire's collapse. Suleiman's reign is remembered as the height of Ottoman power, but his successors were unable to maintain the same level of control over the vast and diverse empire. However, the empire's contributions to art, architecture, law, and culture continue to be celebrated. The fall of the Ottoman Empire reshaped the Middle East and southeastern Europe, with new nations emerging from its former territories. In the end, the Ottoman Empire stands as a testament to the power of military conquest, effective governance, and cultural synthesis, as well as the dangers of stagnation and overextension. Its rise and fall encapsulate the complexities of empire building, where success can sow the seeds of future challenges, and decline can be a slow, centuries-long process rather than a sudden event. The legacy of the empire is still felt today, especially in the geopolitics of the Middle East and the Balkans.